Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday. Fucking November 10th, 2025. What's going on? How are ya? How's it going? What's going on in your world? What's going on in your world? I'm fucking watching a little bit of NFL football. I took the Seattle Seahawks. I got this game on right now. Is there anything better than being fucking up 38-7? Granted, you know, I'm going to say what they always say. There's plenty of time left. There's plenty of time for them to score 32 points and shut them out in the second half. I will tell you, the Arizona Cardinals, the all-white uniform, is the shit. That takes me back to when they were the St. Louis Cardinals with Mel Gray, O.J. Anderson, Jim Hart, Neil Lomax, Dan Dierdorf. That was my favorite time in Dan Dierdorf's career when he played football because you couldn't hear him talking. No, you know what it is? There's a lot of announcers that, you know, you think you don't like them. Wasn't it really that your team sucked during their career and they were just being honest? I think that that's what it was. If I really was to honestly go back and look at Dan Dierdorf, the Patriots were not a good fucking team, and he was just stating the obvious. And rather than me being an adult and just admitting that the Pats sucked during that time, I chose instead to kill the messenger. That's what it really is. Hall of Fame. Who the fuck am I to be making fun of a Hall of Fame? Offensive linemen, too. I like talking to offensive linemen about defensive linemen because they think they're all dumb. They think they just think like their whole game plan is, get guy with ball, right? Like they're not, there's no technique. They don't have set plays, stunts, and all of that shit. And obviously they know that, but they're like, what we're doing is way more complex. So I was always interested to hear the shit talk down there. You know, when some guy crossed the line is like, I'm going to fucking run you over. Well, yeah. I mean, what else you going to do? Get a job as an accountant, you dumb fuck? Can guarantee you that has never been said on a football field, but that would be fantastic. Hey, any offensive linemen out there? I would love to write some jokes for you. All right, but the thing is you got to be mic'd up because I got to hear. You know what I mean? This is like one time I wrote for somebody hosting an award show, and I wasn't sure if that would be something that I would like to do. It's like I want to tell a joke, get the laugh, and then like. To do that gig, I couldn't believe how fucking nervous I was. Because, you know, you write all of these jokes, and there was a bunch of people in the writer's room, and all of a sudden they pick one of the jokes that you wrote. And I remember when it was coming up, just sitting there on fucking pins and needles, and it got a laugh. And beyond being relieved, I was psyched for the person that told the joke. Yeah, it felt like team sports, but like with comedy. Like I didn't let them down. You know? I put the nice saucer pass right on the fucking tape. Right on the tape. A lot of hockey references. I've watched the most Bruins hockey I've watched in a long time just because I've finally been like home this time of year. And dude, I got to tell you, man, we are looking all right. 7-1 the last 8 games. We won 3 in a row, then lost 6. And I'm like, oh, no. They're going to figure it out. They, you know, the aches and pains of rebuilding or whatever. And they just beat the Leafs. I've been missing the games because I've been working. I got a little bit of work right now. But I've just been following in the newspapers there or whatever, online, however the fuck you do it now. And we're actually number 2 in the East. In our division, the Atlantic division. It's always going to be the Adams division to me. Behind the fucking Montreal Canadiens. Look at them. They got a team now. And the Pittsburgh Penguins are a good team. I'll never like the Penguins. I just can't with that team. You know? It's not the fucking pieces of shit that they have in their Ring of Honor. It's the fact that they have the nerve to complain all of those years about the way people were treating Sidney Crosby. You know what I mean? You just can't have people like headhunting, ending people's career and blowing out knees, and you're going to put them in the Ring of Honor. So obviously you condone that style of fucking play. And then you're going to be like a fucking broad about it, that if it happens to your guy, you're going to sit there and complain. Like, well, when they bitched about the Islanders, that was it for me. I was like, fuck this organization. Other than that, I got no beef with them. Tackle a fucking guy. Now, of course, they're just going right down the field. My New England Patriots, all of a sudden, they're fucking 8-2. You know, I don't know. Like, there's a chance. I don't, who knows? Still early on, but there's a chance we could actually win the division. Who saw that at the beginning of the year? I sure as hell didn't. Mike Vrabel, coach of the year? Is it too soon to say that? I don't know. He's got to be in the running, considering where we were last year versus now. And he's doing a great job with all of these injuries that we have. Beating a strong Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. Oh, my God, when we threw that fucking end zone, pick in the end zone, the last thing you wanted to do, throw it out of the end zone, get the 3 points, and then make them go down the field, score a touchdown, and get 8 points. When we threw that pick, I was like, fuck, here we go, right? But I was sitting there thinking, like, you know what? They've only scored 16 points the whole game. There's only 6 minutes left. Our defense, and, of course, they just go right down the field. The amount of fucking times I have seen that. Team just, scores 12 points, 13 points, and all of a sudden they get the ball back. They're still in striking distance, and all of a sudden they just go down the field like they've scored 50 points on you that day. But what I love is not only did the Patriots stop them, we blitzed them twice on that drive. And I got to tell you, that separates Mike Vrabel, I feel, from like 98%. That's a false start. What the fuck? Sorry. Cardinals driving. I should stay on for this whole half if they come back. Anyway, I think that sets Mike Vrabel apart from 98% of the coaches in the league. Most of them would have gone into some stupid fucking prevent rush 3 like the Giants did a few weeks ago. Rushing 3? I mean, at that point, even old Freckles, 57 years old, I could dump it off to somebody. All right, Bill, let's not get crazy. You're right. I got a little... listen, I'm very passionate about this subject, okay? You've been playing defense the whole game, and you've been shutting them down. Keep playing defense. Don't go into make-a-wish defense. All the way down to your own 20, and then you start playing D. We're going to take 30 seconds off the clock and just give them 4 shots at the fucking end zone. That's how we plan on winning this game. They got the ball on the fucking 30. I'll tell you, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now because I just had my second cup of coffee, and that's an incomplete pass, baby. Incomplete pass. There you go. What is it now? 3rd and goal. Yeah, I had a couple of, Jesus Christ, I'm surprised they didn't call that. Where was his hand? No, that was fine. What is the rule? You can't have it on his hip and pull him around. He was kind of doing that. I don't know. Why the fuck would you run it there? It was 3rd and goal, and they were like on their own 7-yard lines, and they ran it up the gut. I don't know. That was fucking bizarre. Anyway, I know I have the TV on. I'm getting distracted here. The fuck was I talking about? Nothing important. Anyway, I had a quick acting gig. I'm back in L.A., but I was up in Vancouver, Canada, and now it's 4th and goal. Okay, now it's 4th and goal. So 3rd and goal, you picked up a couple of yards. Okay, I get it. Anyway, plowing ahead here. I was up in Vancouver doing I had a quick acting gig, and I got to tell you, they had me staying downtown, and like the level of fucking junkies just openly, like, I only saw one smoking crack, like out in the fucking open. Dude, it was like Escape from New York, Vancouver style, right? So my lovely wife came up because she's just the best. She came up. We had an awesome time when I wasn't working. And she was walking down the street going like, why the fuck didn't you run it in? It's fucking wide open. Why didn't you just run it in? Anyway, why am I rooting against my bet? So she's walking down the street, right? We went to this restaurant. You know, Nia, she knows everywhere to go, right? So she gets the whole layout. She goes, you go up, you just focus on your acting gig. I'll find the best coffee spots for you and the best restaurants, right? You know. So that's what she does, right? So we go to this restaurant, this Italian place, and you know, we come walking in. Everybody knows about the place, so there's like no tables. And they said, okay, we can put you on the list. You know, go down the street. There's a little wine bar down the street, and hang out. We'll text you if we get a table. So we're like, cool. So we go down the street. We start walking down this fucking street, dude. It was like we were in a goddamn zombie movie. Just people one guy nodding off in the street, like a bunch of people just like, it looked like, you ever see those old school pictures of New York City before air conditioning? And at night, everybody used to hang out on the stoops and like, you know, that was like community and everybody would be talking and joking around and telling stories or whatever. It was like that, except everyone was on drugs. And, you know, that was when we walked by and this lady was just like smoking crack. I mean, it was fucking brutal. And Nia is going like, God damn. She's like, this city, this is fucking hardcore. And I was like, well, yeah, they don't view, she goes, why is it like that here? And I was telling her that they don't criminalize doing drugs. They view it as a disease. So they don't arrest you for doing that. They try to get you help. She goes, yeah. And I go, yeah, so that's what that looks like. You know, it's the classic, whenever you go left or whenever they go right to try to fix a problem, they never go all the way. They just take one step. So it's like, okay, you made the step of not criminalizing it. These people are in pain. Like the stuff a lot of those, you know, came from broken homes. They were beaten. They were molested. They fought in a war. Something happened to them. And they're trying to numb the pain. They need help. So you just decriminalize it and then like, let's fucking get them into a treatment center, but blah, blah, blah. There's got to be something. You just don't decriminalize it. I'm sure they did a little more, but like if they went the other way, what the fuck was that? After a goal line stand, what do you do to reward your defense? You come out and you throw a fucking interception to, oh, you motherfucker. I actually did great this week. I'll get back to the drug. Oh, it hit a helmet. My fault. He fucking ricocheted off. You know what? That defensive lineman pushing the smarty pants offensive lineman into the quarterback should get a half an assist. You didn't get half a sack. He should get half an interception on that. Nice catch, though. Anyway. Yeah, and then what happens is then a right-wing person, I'm going to fucking clear up the city. And it's just like, then they just fucking throw them into alligator Alcatraz. Like, there's never like, I don't know. So anyway, so here's the thing. Living in Los Angeles, you know, I don't know a lot about Vancouver, but living in Los Angeles, like how like right-wing people like to show Los Angeles is they completely ignore 99% of it. And they just show Skid Row And they just go, look at this place, just an absolute fucking shithole. And they just shit all over it, and they shit all over Canada. And they don't realize that most of the people that they're showing are probably people that fought, you know, in the never-ending Iraqi situation, whatever it's called. They have PTSD. They ended up on the fucking... These are the same people that you were cheering halftime at a fucking football game, come back to the country, you know, a year and a half, 2 years later, with what happens when you have to do what you have to do in a war, and they end up out there, and you're shitting all over. And anyway, so then they depict Los Angeles, like that is Los Angeles. It's like, it isn't Los Angeles. It's not Los Angeles, but like, I never see that. I'm not down there. So that's what I liked about the World Series, is the World Series went the opposite way, where they finally started showing, you know, beautiful women out fucking roller skating in Venice and Santa Monica beaches. You know, I don't know. So I was saying to my wife, I go, there's no way this is what Vancouver looks like. We're on Skid Row here, so we have to get out of here. So then, you know, we went to the West End, went over a couple of bridges, and we're like, okay, here we go. Here's the rest of the city. Let's give this city its just due or whatever. But like, for the life of me, the fact that is a thing now, two things that blow my mind: comedians trashing other comedians in specials and on podcasts, just the cannibalism of that. And then also watching like states hating other states. It's like, did we learn anything? Have we learned anything? I just don't understand it. All right, touchdown fucking Cardinals. I'll shout out to the wide receiver for not shushing the crowd. If I see one more fucking wide receiver make a catch and shush a crowd while his team is losing. I do love that guy on the Falcons who was killing the Patriots last week. That Drake London kid. He's fucking amazing. But every time he would catch a touchdown pass, he would shush the crowd. And the whole time his team was losing. It's just like... There's still something to cheer for. Despite the fact that you just caught another touchdown pass, you are still losing. Here we go. Go for the 2-point conversion. You know, try to score another touchdown and only get 2 points for it. Watch, I'll be wrong. They hike the ball. He's going to the end zone, and he got it. And there you go. See, shows you what the fuck I know. Anyway, look at this shit. Now it's 38-15. So now what? Now I got to fucking sweat this out? Whatever. It was lucky. They had two deflections, a deflection for an interception and a deflection for a touchdown. He got both feet down. He did, in fact, make a football move. It was, in fact, a catch. So anyway, yeah, I have come to the conclusion that the internet is fucking evil. And it's how they, not like on purpose, it's just negative controversy and people screaming and yelling at each other. It's the only way to get views because there's just so much shit. How are we going to stand out? Do something positive and be nice to people? No one wants to see that. That's not entertaining. So, I don't know. Other than people like fucking doing crazy tricks on skateboards or doing shit athletically or musically, it's just kind of like human beings being mean to each other. So, I'm trying to avoid it. Because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to fucking go through life like that. I've had enough bullshit, you know? All I need is a fucking... I don't even know what the fuck I need, but I don't need to be going around fucking upset about shit. I don't even know what it is and get myself all fucking worked up over something a fucking robot said or a bot. I really want those fucking nerds to just ask them the question, like, why do you do that shit? Like, you just go around trolling your own countrymen. You can't see what that's doing to people. You can't see that. Or like these fucking assholes. I always talk about this 24-hour news network. That's all you guys fucking do. And then when something positive happens and people try to bring people together, then all of a sudden you give a fuck about human rights and start demonizing. How the fuck could I do that? How the fuck could you tear your own country apart, you cunts? Oh, am I ever going to let that go? Wasn't I talking about forgiveness? I think I was. All right, I'm off the rails here. I'm just babbling. What else? I'm watching an amazing trilogy on the Criterion Collection, which I said is Cinemax for smart people. There's still nudity. There's still plenty of violence, but it is just done in such an artistic way. So I'm watching this trilogy of movies called Carlos. I watched the first one, and I am into the second one. It's about this terrorist who was active, as far as I can tell, from the late 60s into the mid-80s, Carlos the Jackal. And I guess he was famous. I was too young to know about it. And the lead actor in it, everybody is amazing, but the lead actor who plays Carlos is fucking incredible. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I can't recommend it highly enough. There's so much good shit out there on that channel, the Criterion channel. All right, if you want to balance out, a little social media, little fucking, scrolling, brain dead shit, no problem. I get it. Sometimes you don't want to think, but every once in a while, I feel like, you know what? I've watched enough dumb shit. I should watch something that maybe the people that made it actually gave a fuck. I would definitely check out the Criterion channel. They got to send me a fucking sweatshirt or something. Jesus Christ. I've been fucking hyping that channel lately. What else? Was there anything else? Yeah, I found like a bunch of good coffee shops when I was up there in Vancouver. And then also I'm psyched to get back because now I'm done for the year. I don't have anything else really to do as far as traveling and everything. So I got this new exercise that I saw. It's kind of some Dave Elidge shit and some Mike Johnston shit on how to free yourself up behind the kit. And I got to like commit to this shit. I don't know why. I get so excited to go in and play along to these songs that I'm trying to figure out. And I always tell myself, for the first 10 minutes, I'm just going to concentrate on flowing around the kit and da-da-da-da-da, and I just never get around to it. So I finally just Googled, the same way I Googled how to forgive people. Which, like I said, I can't wait to see just that Google alone, how much that's going to change the type of ads that are sent my way. You fucking cunt! The fucking holding call. Jesus fucking Christ. Does anything kill a drive like a fucking holding call? Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ, he mugged him. All right, well, you can't get mad if he actually did it. Anyway, so here we go. It was this really easy thing where you just have this one bar pattern that you play. You get that down, you move it around the kit and everything. So you get to the point where it's just, you don't even have to think. So then what you do as you're playing that, you just sort of sing a fill in your head. And, oh my God, don't even tell me they just turned it over again. Guys, the wheels are falling off. What in the fucking fuck? You gonna, that's a fumble? Oh my God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's a fucking fumble! Oh my God! Oh my God! You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my God, they have played the whole fucking second half in their own end. Look at Sam Darnold. He's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Balls going off helmets, shit getting deflected. Oh my God. This is everything I hate about football now. How the fuck are you up 38-7 and fucking 10 minutes later, all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Are they gonna lose this game? I don't even give a shit. I don't even give a fuck. There you go. Fucking 7 yards. Why not? Why the fuck not? Anyway, so I think the Mike Johnston thing, it was kick right, left, left, right. So it's eight note thing. Kick right, left, right. Okay, so you play that 4 times, 16th notes, and then, you know, get that moving around the kit and everything, and then you just start singing it, Phil. I am committing to that. You know, or, I got some triplet shit that I've been working on. Maybe I'll just play that. And then, like, singing the fills, because I already have, like, a bunch of 16th note triplet things that I can kind of go in and out of. But it's still just, I'm not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, if they were words, I'm just going, like, yellow car, and then, like, I'm saying brown car, yellow car, brown car, da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? Just, like, it's not a sentence, it's not... If I was to put it in words, I'm just like saying this 4 times and then saying this word 4 times and then I'm saying it 2 times and then this word 3 times. But I'm not, they're just memorized. I'm not listening to what I'm fucking playing. I'm not feeling what I'm playing. I'm just doing it. So I have always been fascinated with, and I think that this is like a comedian that can has found his or her voice, can just go with the flow, can write on stage, riff on stage, crowd says something, you can just interact with them, you can do your jokes in any fucking order or whatever. I'll be honest with you, it's hard to learn how to do that as a comedian, and you're doing it speaking the English language, which you speak all the time with everybody. So you're always sort of jamming with other people, improvising, listening to them, which makes you say something else. To be able to learn how to do that on a fucking instrument is the closest thing to like magic to me. Okay, fuck David Blaine. That guy, I'm no disrespect to that guy. Okay? If you really could do that shit, why wouldn't you just go fucking rob a bank? You know? If you're going to be selfish, or like do something that would help the world. Instead of just freaking out black people and making them run away from you. That's kind of funny. White people's reaction to David Blaine, they just sort of stand there. And black people run away. I feel like that really just says, like, I think if you don't run away, it kind of the least impressed you are with it, the closer you are to like the Illuminati. You like know some shit. You're just kind of like, oh, this is just the bullshit that you're doing, or maybe you like know of a technology that exists that other people. Nah, I think I'm reading into it too much. Not me. Not me reading into shit too much. All right, dude, what's the over-under that the fucking Arizona Cardinals are going to be down 1 score? We'll say 8 points. By the time I'm fucking done with this podcast. What do I got? How much time I got left? I got 31 minutes. 31. Wilbert Montgomery. The best 31 that ever played in the league, my opinion. All right, anyway. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And like I said, I've always said I got to say shit out loud. If I say it out loud, then I do it. If I just think it, it just sort of disappears into the fucking vast emptiness of my giant head. Touchdown. No, he dropped it. He fucking dropped it. 3rd and 11. They're going for it. They got 2 more shots at the end zone. Just fucking give it to that guy. Run it up the middle again. I threw a little behind him. Do you guys remember a long fucking time ago, I was doing a podcast when that Vikings Saints game, like the last play of the game, that was, what's his face? Stephon Diggs. Okay, so they dumped it underneath. Here we go. Now it's 4th down. It's not even 4th and goal. 5 minutes to go. I like this coach of the Cardinals. The dude is jacked. He's got his hat pulled down. You can't see his fucking face. He's locked in. Seattle coach looks a little concerned. Strong mustache on that offensive lineman, if you're watching. I thought that was Dana White on the sidelines. All right, here we go. 38-15, 4th and 5. Are they going to go for the first down or are they going to go for the end zone? Going for the end zone. What happened? What happened? Nothing. Flag, no flag? Oh, he caught it. And he got a fucking hand on it. Wow. That's it. Well, now they're going to look at that for fucking 3 hours. Gonna take another look at it. You know, when he was in the air, did he secure the ball? Did he fucking... Shut up. All right. That's enough of my babbling. But that is what I'm going to do on drums. Because I don't know if you play drums or you play guitar, don't you always hear shit in your head? And you just think, yeah, if I could just fucking do that. I think you just got to do the work to figure out how to do it, right? I mean, if you can think it, you can do it, right? No, it's not true. I can think about dunking a basketball. I can't do that. Well, within reason. What if it was that easy? And all of a sudden, what would you guys do if I did some sort of fucking semi-celebrity pickup basketball game and I just took off from the foul? One of those ones, the missed shot where it comes up off the rim and that dude jumps up over everybody and just throws it down. The dream of every white guy who can't fucking jump. Man, what if I just did that at 57? Bill, how did you do that? I just laid off cheeseburgers. In my whole life, I've just been eating them, and then I found out I had high cholesterol, and I didn't eat them for a couple weeks. The next thing you know, I was feeling lighter, and I just kind of, I would love a fucking cheeseburger right fucking now. And I mean a real one. Not that smash burger fucking horse shit. Looks like somebody smuggled it into the country. Would you have that in your sock? What the fuck is that? I can't even see any meat. One of the most overrated, overrated things. All right, overrated things, I would say smash burgers, dishwashers, and remember Koozies? Remember that shit? That was the dumbest shit ever. Well, when you fucking hold the beer in your hand makes the fucking thing more... Like, how long does it take you to drink the fucking thing? Or does your hand get too cold, you fucking pussy? I don't even see those things anymore. That was also like when you knew you had a problem. That's when you knew, like, your alcohol intake was getting out of control. When you were going to the gift shop, when you actually had, like, a Miller High Life T-shirt, like a fucking koozie. I remember, like, there was a thing back in the day, like, you could smoke Marlboros. These guys used to just smoke Marlboro Reds, and they would save, like, something. The barcode or the box top, like cereal or some shit. And, okay, good. They kept it on the fucking ground. There's no holding call. Is that a horse collar? Anyway. You could send these things in, and they would send you, like, a jacket and all of this shit. And that was still going on right when I started stand-up comedy, and a lot of comedians had jokes about how, they smoked enough cigarettes, they had enough credits to get their own iron lung and shit like that. I will tell you, I do miss smoking. I never thought I would ever say that. I really fucking miss smoking cigars. but I'm only like 14 days into this 100-day run. So it usually takes like 10 days. But there was something about being up there in Vancouver, and I went by like this cigar place, and they had allegedly had Cuban cigars in there. You know, I learned that the hard way, that like most of them are fake, even in countries where they're legal. The demand versus the supply. It's just so, I don't know. Like even people who don't smoke cigars know that Cuban cigars are the best, so they're trying to get them or whatever. So you can just, I don't know, it's stupid. All right, first down. Who the fuck is this running back for the Seattle Seahawks? Jesus Christ. Is he that good? Is the offensive line? Let me see what the offensive line is doing here. Oh, that's a gaping fucking hole. Could have driven a fucking bus through that goddamn thing. Still, though. Anyway, all right, let's get to the reads for this week. What do we got here? Quo. Quo. Quo, everybody. You know, running a business on a clunky old phone system is like competing with one hand tied behind your back, and every time you miss a call, that's money left on the table. Quo, formerly Open Phone, is the modern alternative, built to help you work smarter, build stronger relationships, and never miss on an opportunity, because that's not what your business and your customers deserve. Quo is the number one business phone system built for 2025, not 1995. Rated the top choice for customer satisfaction with over 3,000 reviews on G2. Forget juggling phone calls or using a landline. Quo works right on an app on your phone or computer. Your whole team can share one number and collaborate on calls and texts like a shared inbox. Faster responses, happier customers. And Quo's not just a phone system, it's a smart system. Built-in AI log calls, writes summaries, and even sets up next steps. And hey, can't answer the phone? Quo's AI agent can. Qualifying leads, routing calls to the right person, and making sure no customer is ever left hanging. Even after hours, Quo's got your back. It keeps the lights on while you're actually sleeping. That's why over 90,000 businesses are already running on Quo. From solo operations to growing teams, Quo helps businesses stay connected and look professional. Quo is offering my listeners 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/Burr. That's QUO.com/Burr. You can even keep your existing number for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Okay. Robinhood. You know, nobody knows your money goals better than you. Robinhood puts you in control of your money with tools that work as hard as you do. Locking in on every opening. Jesus, Bill. Beating your PR, beating it again, channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control of your money. Trade stocks and ETFs, option, futures, and crypto all in one platform. You can now build and execute your own trades from a desktop with Robinhood's Legends advanced tools. Dude, I wouldn't know how to do any of this shit. Or take advantage of the new Robinhood strategies with a tailored portfolio managed by a team of experts. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. That's YOUR, money. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. Disclosure: all investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risks and may not suit all investors. Securities offered throughout Robinhood Financial LLC members SIPC. Future trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC and not SPIC or FDIC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, parentheses, NMLS ID 1702840, parentheses, not FDIC or SIPC protected portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies on SEC registered advisor. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Stomach growling. Trying to be in shape here, dude. Been hitting the fucking elliptical. Doing the weights, full body. Full body, dude. Giving myself a flat stomach for Christmas. Actually, when I was up in Canada, I found this great place that sold rock and roll t-shirts, man. And I got an AC/DC and a Black Sabbath for my kids. You know, raising them right. It's perfect. I let my wife handle fucking the Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson shit, and I do the AC/DC Black Sabbath. They got a nice fucking portfolio of music. The kind of portfolio that you can use on Robinhood. Look at that. I brought it back. All right. Here we go. All right. Where did it go? Okay. Kids and teens with phones. I know. I'm going to have to deal with that in the next 10 years. Bill, kids do not need phones. No, they don't. Aside from the constant radiation and the addictive blue screen light, their addictions are getting out of control. Parents are partially to blame. I got one for you. Adults don't need phones. You don't need it. You could just have all of your shit, go to your fucking laptop, and once every 5 or 6 hours, you can check in on your text messages. I can tell you this, 99% of text messaging is bullshit. It's just somebody that's on their phone. They don't even know why they're on their phone. And then they just text you, and then you talk back and forth, and you fucking text live about a fucking game. It's stupid. I don't think anybody needs them. Parents are partially to blame. I think they're 100% to blame if a kid can't afford a fucking phone and they still have one. That means the parent bought it. It's their fault because they don't want to spend time with their kids and engage with them. Well, nobody makes that decision. I think parents are also addicted to their phones. It's definitely a time suck, and they're finding more and more studies that for the developing brain, it's horrible. Forget about a fully developed brain. I don't know. I just find when I'm off the shit, I think better. I think smarter, not like everybody says. This person goes on to say, okay, so they don't want to spend time with their kids and engage with them, so they hand them an iPad with a stupid game where they have to tap the screen like a video poker machine in a shitty casino bar. I say partially because obviously most don't know that it's not just neglective, but also actively harming their kids' brains. Apple's new phone has a higher blue light output than any of their previous phones, so that's swell. How bad has it gotten? A teacher got pepper sprayed by a student in Nashville after taking her phone away in class. Yeah. I mean, it's like taking somebody's drugs. All right. There's 13 minutes left or so. 13:31, I believe. My old man eyes. 38:15. The Seahawks are driving. Now, this is one of these things that they just kick a fucking field goal. I'm done. I'm going to cover, right? But what they're going to do for some stupid fucking reason, they'll probably go for it on 4th down here whenever that comes about. Anyway, but getting back to it. Yeah, that's going to be a really tough thing with my kids because this is the first year my daughter hasn't asked for a phone. She knows she's not getting one. And we really limit any sort of like TV screen time. We're really pretty good about that. I mean, I think I'm doing a good job because my kids come home, they say, Dad, you want to play baseball? You want to ride bikes? You want to play drums? We're always in the driveway or out in our backyard. We got a nice backyard. And, summertime, we're always swimming. So I kind of make sure. But then, there is that thing where they also have to kind of know about them. But I feel like it's school and shit. They interact with them. I don't know. It's fucking terrible. The whole thing is, and it's always been this way. Why? It's always been this way. It's just now they have way more access to your kids, which is really fucking creepy. And they're sitting there. You have to look at the phone like you've just let a stranger into the house and it's talking to your kid. It's really fucking creepy, and everything is designed to get people addicted to it, especially on the phone. And the internet, basically, is just like, I don't know. Once they discovered addiction, every business, like I said, they didn't view heroin addiction as horrific. They looked at it with envy. Like, I wish people craved what we're selling, or they wish they craved our food the way they crave drugs and shit. And they just put chemicals in it. They did studies on the human brain and figured out ways to make their shit addictive. And politicians sat back and let them do it because they paid them off. That's basically it. And anybody who tried to get them to stop was just called a fucking socialist. Or anytime you look out for the people, you're a fucking socialist. So, I don't know. I am of the belief that you are on your fucking own. I don't give a shit if you join a group or you're strong into politics. You're still on your fucking own. So you got to watch out for yourself first so you can look out for your kids. So I don't know. I'm still on my phone a lot, even though I got off social media. I do a lot of Duolingo, gin rummy, and I do this word search thing and those water tube things. I don't know. I'm still fucking addicted to it. I just sort of, it's like you quit drinking and then you fucking smoke weed every day. You know, it's one of those deals. But whatever, I'm working on it. But I appreciate you bringing this stuff up. Does anybody, here's a question I have. Any parents out there who had kids that had phones and iPads and you got rid of them? How did that happen? Did your kids try to pepper spray you? So that's two things, you know? And I also need offensive linemen to write in, tell me their situation, and I'll write some fucking jokes for them. I just need a little more background on what happens in the trenches. All right, forgiving people. Hey, oh, Billy Bible Boy. Heard you talking about forgiveness on Thursday's podcast and felt compelled to reach out because that's something I just recently came to terms with as well at 45. I went a couple of decades being pushed and pulled through the spiritual ringer after questioning my faith in God. I believe you're beginning to understand forgiveness. Maybe some of your listeners have not. Parentheses, I know I didn't for a long time. All right, they kicked a field goal. There we go. All right. Stop the bleeding here. 41-15. I believe... maybe some of you listeners have not. I know I didn't for the longest time. But when you see... That's how you get your point across. If you just say, maybe some of you listeners have not, you guys all would have been like, what the fuck's this guy talking about me for? But the second you say, I know I didn't... I've made mistakes for the longest time, blah, blah, blah. Once you do that, people can hear your information. But this person goes on to say, but when you forgive someone, it isn't for the other person. It's for you. I know. That's what I'm fucking learning. And that's the hardest thing because you're sitting there, I'm not forgiving that motherfucker, you know. You don't even need to contact them to forgive them. It's so you can heal and not live with anger, resentment, vengeance, or guilt. When you carry that weight, you have the power to subconsciously hurt yourself and those around you, not to mention end up in jail if you go out and assault somebody. When Jesus was dying on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. Homeboy was being crucified and was praying for the souls of those killing him, which is pretty metal if you ask me. Yeah, I don't think I would have been saying that. I don't think I would have been trashing him either. I would be like, oh, I guess, get me off of this fucking thing. I would have been doing that. Anyway, there's also a Hawaiian practice for healing called, oh my God, can I buy an O? It's Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. Oponopono. Are you fucking with me? Open phone? Opophono. Anyways, it's like a mental reset button using 4 short phrases that you repeat while you're thinking of a person, situation, or even saying it to yourself in a mirror, silently or out loud. Okay, I'm sorry. Acknowledging any role, even unconscious, in the problem. Please forgive me. Asking for forgiveness. Thank you. Express gratitude for the lesson, healing, etc. I love you. Send love to the person, situation, self. Okay, I guess I get thank you for the lesson because I learned something through the pain, and I love you because I'm not going to hate you anymore. I get all of that. Oh, and the fucking Lions finally did it. They finally did it. They're finally going to fucking cover. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I acknowledge any role, even if unconscious, in the problem. I'm sorry I was there. Sorry I was a kid. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Please forgive me. Ask for forgiveness. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do 3 and 4. Anyway, I hope this helps you or someone that's struggling out there. Love the podcast. Fuck the haters. And live your truth, man. I am. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what people think. Unless, if I did something wrong, I will fucking own up to it and apologize to the people that I hurt. But if I didn't do anything fucking wrong, yeah, I don't give a shit what, nor do I take it seriously. All right. Pharaohs got feminism right. Okay, I'm probably going to love this because I'm a big fan of broads in position of power. I am. I am one of the most enlightened meatheads you're ever going to fucking meet. Oh, for fuck's sakes! Jesus fucking Christ! Tackle the guy! What the fuck is that guy's name? That guy's last name was like the same thing as this Hawaiian thing that I'm supposed to do. I like Hawaiians. There's another fucking place my people just stuck their nose in. They shouldn't have done anything. Jesus Christ, where was the containment? The guy dove at his fucking ankles. And okay. Here we go. They're just going to make me sweat it out here. I don't even know what the fucking spread is. I think I had Seattle laying 5.5. There's 11 minutes left. We're up by fucking 23 points. And they're driving down the field. Yeah, you still got to worry about it. Anyway. Here we go. Pharaoh's got feminism right. Hi, Bill. Fan from Egypt here. Hey, what's going on, dude? Good to hear. Every once in a while I hear from Egypt. I'd love to go there sometime. I have no interest in going to the pyramids. It just seems like there's going to be a long line. I would rather go in Cairo and get some killer food, coffee, hear some bands play. I'm a cafe person. A cafe with no line. That's my shit. I love my wife to death, but Jesus Christ, she will go to one of those Instagram places, and you go to one of those Instagram places, and there's a whole fucking line. I call them Instagram zombies. They're all just standing there. Like, we went to this fucking Instagram place, and then, of course, it was great, but there was this super long line, and we go to stand in line, and I'm just going like, I literally go to my wife, I go, this is one of these Instagram places, right? And that's what I was thinking. And right as I was thinking this shit, the food came, because these people was eating out on the sidewalk, and the food came, right? And the lady sets it down, and the woman there goes like, "Oh my God, it's so cute." You motherfucker, that wasn't a catch, and they ran a play too. That was a good move. That looked like it was only 1 foot in bounds. 10 minutes to go. Yeah, he didn't catch that. One, well, maybe he did. That would have been worth looking at a review. Give it up for the Cardinals. Getting up to the line really quickly. Throwing a fucking pass to the back shoulder for a motherfucking touchdown. There you go, 41-21. I would be nervous, but there's absolutely no defense in the second half of this game. Anyway, plowing ahead here. So this person says, "Hi, Bill, fan from Egypt here. I don't know if you've been following the news, but last week Egypt opened the biggest museum in the world, and suddenly everybody here is talking about the Pharaohs again. And I've been thinking, I think the Pharaohs actually got feminism right." Oh my God, they kicked an extra point. Jesus Christ, you never fucking see that anymore. Like, ask any Egyptian today to name one influential Egyptian woman from the last 1,000 years who wasn't somebody's wife, and nobody has an answer. But ask them about ancient Egypt. Oh my God, I can't say any of his name. Hatshepsut? No, Hatshepsut. Nefertiti, Cleopatra, Hollywood, Elizabeth Taylor, playing an Egyptian there. Everybody knows them. Nobody knows who their husbands were. Even in the West, you read about World War II. You don't hear a woman's name. Today, Japan, Mexico, and the EU, half of Europe has women running the place. Well, then how come we're still fucking going in such a crazy direction? I thought if we let them run shit, everything was going to be good now. I guess there's not enough of them. Anyway, even in the U.S., your runner-up was a woman. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. The flim-flam guy instead. It feels like the world has split into two extreme camps. The West is forcing women into everything just to hit the quota, and in the East, we're acting like they don't exist. I don't know. There's been a lot of pushback. The radicalized left towards the end of last decade has made the radicalized right in my country feel like they're in the middle, and they're not. They're just as insane. You know, say my pronouns. I mean, as nuts as that was, it was fucking, now it's just as crazy to the right, and they think that they're fucking sane. They're out of their minds. They're out of their fucking minds. We need sane people on the right and left to settle it down, to listen to each other, to respect one another, to understand that it's the United States. I don't know. I blame it all on the fucking internet. It just pits people against each other. And like I said, I see it now. Comedians trashing other comedians, like, publicly is insane. Fucking insane. Anyway, but I think ancient Egyptians got the balance right. They were like, look, whoever's best gets the job. And it just happened that most of the time it was men. But every couple... You know, I didn't expect that. I thought you were going feminism. That was a nice sit-down lady right there. But every couple of centuries, some woman showed up who was just better than everybody else. And people were totally fine. Every couple of centuries? All right. They built her temples and statues and all the other shit they used to do. There's an interesting festival that I know about recently that ancient Egyptians used to have. During the annual Nile flood, they'd pick the prettiest woman in the country, toss them in the river, and then all the men would gather and masturbate in the river. What the fuck are you talking about? Was this whole thing just a joke? Anyway, big fan of the podcast and everything you do. Love to you and your family. Have a great day and go fuck yourself. Wait a minute. Was that just all bullshit? That's fucking hilarious. That was like the most passive-aggressive thing ever. I thought that was going to be totally pro-woman, just going like, no, they picked who was best. And every couple of centuries, there would be a woman that had their shit together. All right, you got me. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that was a legit email, and turns out you were just fucking with me. Anyway, I don't know. I like men and women before they get into power. And then I just feel like when you get into power, you don't really have the power as much as you are now obligated to do the shit that the real people in power, you better fucking do this shit or you get a convertible ride in fucking Dallas. That's kind of like what I feel. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like, you will do what they want you to fucking do, or else you will pay the consequences. But I don't think they necessarily have to whack anybody anymore. I think the amount of fucking damage that they can do to you just on the internet, just, starting rumors and fucking, I think he can just easily steal an election now. I mean, that shit was wild. We just voted in California. The commercial was on fucking TV saying that claiming Republicans were stealing elections, which is not legal. And TV, the rules of libel and slander exist. And the Republican Party did not sue over that. So it's basically, they were stealing fucking, like, what are we doing? And then in other states, they were voting the same thing, going the red states, going, the Democrats are stealing these fucking elections. And nobody sued. So my question is this part of a whole big division thing? I also think people are such fucking babies now that if their person doesn't win the election, they immediately assume that it was stolen. But I will say the orange guy was kind of saying, hey, the Tesla guy really fucking, he really did his job there. He's just kind of, but then again, he just says shit. So like, you don't know, it's like, it's really brilliant. Like, I feel like he just babbles and says so much crazy shit. I kind of feel like in the middle of his speech, he could literally confess to a murder and it wouldn't like, what was that Will Ferrell movie where he was out on the dance floor and that band was singing hit songs and they kept throwing F-bombs in and everybody on the dance floor would sort of like turn their head like, did he say the F-word? Like, I feel like Trump has that ability that he can just fucking, he can just say anything. He can admit to crimes. He can admit to sort of be kind of attracted to another man, but not really, but kind of. But I love women. It's fucking, it's a wild time, everybody. Speaking of wild times, it's 41-22. My team has scored 3 points in the second half, and the other fucking team, what did they score? They scored 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. They've scored 15 points. All right. Well, thank God we scored fucking 38 in the first half. All right, that is the podcast, everybody. You don't need to listen to my degenerate fucking gambling shit. I love this coach for the fucking Cardinals. He is not letting you see his face. Jesus Christ, how are you that fucking overweight playing professional sports? That's unbelievable. Like, what's going to happen in your, you got to get the fucking weight off. You don't have to order every appetizer. Sorry. Anyway, just looking at these linemen. All right, so we're down on the fucking 19. Kick a field goal here. That would be 44. 7 minutes to go. All right, I'm good. You never know. Plenty of time left. I'll tell you, before the game, I saw the guy. He hit like an 80-yarder. All right, that's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves, and I will check in on you on Thursday.